doing very, very well. A lot of fun to watch. So Cavs Heat tonight, 7 o'clock here on MMS.
People get weird on Twitter because people keep saying, man, the Cavs are fun. And they go, stop saying they're fun. Like, they're getting mad because because people can't just enjoy things. People just can't have a good time. I
was talking about this with somebody earlier today with respect to the Browns. Poundcake joined me for the Cox Out pregame yesterday. And there are a couple of those left, but we gave away our LA trip yesterday downtown for the Alter Ego Festival. And Poundcake was there helping out with that. And when I go downtown for the Cox Outs, I usually can get a pretty good, my barometer of what the crowd is going to be like in general are the parking lots. How full they are, how many people are out. You know, people set up these elaborate tailgates and whatever. And where I park in the same place every time. And I get out, and there's like one guy in a flatbed truck with a bullhorn. And I go, oh, people are starting to bail on this team, which is weird because this Thursday, last live show of the year here always coincides with my anniversary at MMS. So Thursday will be 12 years for me at MMS. And I still have not figured out Browns fans. Because when they're doing well, which I understand is more rare than not, when they're doing well, people are kind of, And then when they're crapping the bed, everybody goes, yeah. So I was like, and then they win yesterday.
Yeah, they won.
Good game, they win. So, everybody will start showing up again, or who knows. But I'm like, boy, these guys, this team can't win with these fans. I don't get it.
Well,
it's because they're so, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. They're so ready to be disappointed that they just pull the cord at some point in the season. They go, it's over.
Right, but you also have to take into account as the weather gets worse, even if the team's doing well, people are less inclined to go out and tailgate.
It was 50 degrees yesterday. Like you couldn't have asked for a nicer football Sunday than this weekend. People have been out there in way worse weather.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that, but there are people that are they're there for the party. A lot of Browns fans. So if there's not a big party, they're not showing up.
Yeah, we had a great turnout at the Cox Out. I mean, and then the next one is Saturday because they moved the game.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'll be down at the Ivy this coming Saturday instead of Sunday. Saturday afternoon.
I think a lot of people were doubting the Browns this last night's game or yesterday's game, but we turned it around. So good for us.
Who's this wee white man? You and I don't play for that team.
Well, he is a Brown, so he's allowed to say
I know.
me.
I'm glad he's a booster. Yeah. That's good. Listen, I didn't think they were going to beat Baltimore, but they did. Okay? They did. So good for them.
And they made it interesting. They said, hey, we're going to score 24, you're going to score 3, and then you know what? We're going to give you a chance to catch up. And then right at the end,
we might win.
We'll win.
That's right.
But we want to make you feel like you had a chance.
Those are exciting games. Nobody wants a blowout.
I would have preferred.
No, come on.
I would have preferred the Browns score some points in the second half. Call me.
But that's called edge of your seat football. That's fun.
Yeah. Right, but edge of like breaking down to the point where you're like, oh my God, are they going to blow a 21-point lead and screw this up? Not scoring a single like that.
Didn't they do that a couple of weeks ago? It was like 41-10 or something, and they still lost. I thought they had a game like that earlier in the season. Terry the Goat had a good week.
That's good.
She went 7-3, and that is her best week since week 11. I mean, not that far back. She went 8-3 in week 11, but lately she's been having a hard time. But 7-3 is good. Only games she missed was she called the Panthers over the Falcons. She called the Jaguars over the Titans.
Well, that was silly.
Listen, Shahid Khan still says Urban Meyer's job is safe. So who knows? And she picked the Bills over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But again...
That almost happened.
It almost happened.
That almost happened.
It is important to remember, Terry is a goat.
Mm-hmm.
And so
she's...
a
female goat at that.
Yeah! So there are 3 weeks left in football. The next Cox Out is going to be Saturday afternoon from 2 to 4. So come down and hang out on Saturday, and then we'll do one more on January the 9th. And that'll be another season under our belts.
Maybe I'll pop by because I'm doing a birthday party for somebody at 5 o'clock, but it's in that area.
Oh, this Saturday?
Yeah, so maybe I'll...
Oh, yeah?
I got to go and set up my lights and sound, and then I'll come up, have a pop, then go down and tell some jokes.
Is this a private party?
Yes.
So you have to bring lights?
I I have lights and sound because otherwise there wouldn't be lights and sound, and so that's added into my price.
So is it at somebody's house? Or?
No, it's at Lago.
It's at Lago.
Yeah.
They don't have a little stage there? I thought they did. I thought they had
not in the side room that we're doing it in. So I was just like, they're like, yeah, if you don't have it, I'm like, I have this stuff, so I'll just bring it. It's not that big of a deal. I'd rather have it and make it more feel like a show than just talk to 20 people with like regular lights on.
Yeah. With a can light over your head.
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't had Lago's meatballs in like years. Since we did Pride, Flat Out Pride.
Do you want me to grab you one?
They come in threes. So yeah.
That sounds like an infection. Lago's meatballs.
Oh, God, no, they're the best.
They are very good.
I'm not going to make it in today, guys. I got Lago's meatballs over the weekend, and oh my goodness. They are pretty good, right? I haven't been over there in a long time, but I do remember that those were pretty good.
Stupid straight boy ruined it for me, but I still ate them. They were fantastic.
How were the meatballs ruined for you by a straight guy?
Because I was doing Flat Out Pride, and I had a hotel room as part of my little deal.
This was a couple years ago.
Yeah, that was the last time I was there. I think it was like 2019 or 2018, and they hooked us up with a hotel room at a loft, and I got my chicken fingers with my gift card, and I got like a bunch of meatballs. And the straight guy who saw me on stage, he knew me, and he was just like, hey, you got a hotel room because I'm trying to party afterwards. And I'm like, man, I just want to be by myself. I couldn't even lie about it because I blabbed about it on air. So
I'm trying to be by myself with my meatballs. Would you get out of my face?
I just wanted to watch TV and have my food spread all over the bed. And he wanted to sleep in the bed with me. He was drunk and he wanted a place to sleep. I was like...
And you were too nice.
I was too nice, but I was like, don't disturb me. I'm trying to watch TV and eat my meatballs. And he would snore loud, and he just... I didn't let him ruin. I just want to be a blob and watch TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was cute, though.
Oh, those guys have Flat Out Pride. All those cute boys down there with Poundcake.
Those cute straight guys that sleep in his
big
bed.
ones, small ones, skinny ones, tall ones, brown ones, black ones, round ones, fat ones.
Did he sleep naked in your bed?
That runs the gamut of what?
Yeah, he slept naked in my bed.
He slept naked.
That's what I'm saying. These straight dudes, like, they just, I know I can do this because I feel comfortable with you, and I know you don't mind.
Right. That means he's not straight. I feel comfortable. As a straight man, I feel comfortable sleeping next to a stranger naked.
Hey, I wasn't a stranger. He knew me.
Well, how did he know you?
We went to college together.
Well, okay, but you know what I mean? You weren't hanging out all the time.
Was there any touching or brushing?
No, he was like, he literally was like, I'll separate it. Yeah, I'll put the pillow in between us, but I'm going to sleep here tonight.
No nature of the knock.
There was
no pillow.
Yeah, there's no need for nature of the knock because we shared a California king bed.
All right. They have Cal Kings in the loft?
No.
Oh, I was going to say,
it
seems like a bad business model for any hotel. It's not economical or spatially.
Wall-to-wall bed.
Wall-to-wall.
We got more bed than we got floor.
We call this the Poundcake Suite. You just walk in the door and hop on the bed, and then you climb around the room on the mattress.
That'd be pretty awesome. You walk through the door and you fall onto the mattress. That's
Why
pretty
not?
dope.
Yeah. God, I was watching some of the footage from those tornadoes that blew through the Midwest. There was an Amazon distribution center in Edwardsville, Illinois, which is right across the mighty Mississippi from St. Louis. I don't think it's not one of the Quad Cities, but Edwardsville, Illinois is right at the southern tip there of the state, and half this building just got destroyed. They're talking 100 people possibly dead in the state of Kentucky. Some candle factory. Some woman gets on her phone. She's buried in the rubble at a candle factory, and she's filming herself, hoping somebody finds her. Kiana Parsons Perez.
I'm at work in Mayfield, and we are trapped. Please, y'all, get us some help. We're at the candle factory in Mayfield. Y'all, please send us some help. We are trapped. The wall is stuck on me. Nobody can get to us. We can't move. Please, y'all, pray for us.
Oof.
That's
Mayfield, Kentucky took the Mayfield, Kentucky is basically no longer on the map. We have a lot of bureau chiefs in Kentucky. Most of them are on the eastern side of the state. We have Brandon, who's in Paducah, Kentucky, and that's about 30 minutes due north of Mayfield. It's right in the Ohio River. So I don't know if it blew through Paducah. I didn't see what the trail was, but I know the governor of Kentucky was talking about They're still looking for people, and there's just a couple of towns that just aren't there anymore. And they're also, because this Amazon facility was flattened, there was an Amazon driver who died in the bathroom because they tell him shelter in place, and they tell him to shelter in the bathrooms, which if there's no tub, they always tell you the tub is where you're supposed to shelter, or obviously if you're in a place that doesn't have a basement. But some cargo driver died in trying to shelter in a bathroom, and the thing just collapsed on him and 6 other workers.
Have you ever...
And part of the Amazon... And now under scrutiny is apparently the policy where Amazon workers can't have their cell phones on them. And they're like, well, your cell phone now is where you get Amber Alerts and you get the weather. Our phones are always blowing up. Everybody's phones are.
Yeah.
Because of the EAS.
Weather.
Whatever. So now they're talking about... I think the official response from Amazon was that we don't ban people's cell phones, but everybody working there is like, of course they do. They absolutely ban cell phones in the warehouses. And so now all these people are like, how else are we going to know if we're in a warehouse factory that there's a tornado coming? If there's a guy on a PA going, hey, find a place to hide, that doesn't give you enough time.
Finish up your last 5 deliveries and then get over there.
The warehouse in Edwardsville, Illinois, was reduced to rubble when a string of tornadoes ripped through 6 states over the course of 200 miles. And they said that for years, Amazon prohibited workers from carrying their phones on the warehouse floor.
I can't remember a tornado being this bad. Like this sounds
Oh my God! Tornado!
They said it's the worst one that's ever gone through Kentucky. Andy Beshear is the governor of Kentucky.
But I can't remember like a worse one going through any. I mean, this one sounds real bad.
An EF3 is what they called it. I don't know what that doesn't sound good. They said 60 people that they have accounted for died over the course of the weekend in Kentucky. But there are more people they've confirmed dead in Illinois, Tennessee, Arkansas, and Missouri. The most devastating, deadly tornado event in Kentucky history is what the governor said. We have a lot of bureau chiefs in Kentucky. But I literally was going through our list of bureau chiefs in Kentucky and finding out where they all are. And Brandon in Paducah seems to be the one that would be the closest to this Mayfield, Kentucky, which where a whole lot of people died. And so they got FEMA down there and, trying to figure all that out. But if you've seen, they love to do these photos now where you move your cursor and it swipes the photo and it becomes a before and after. Mm-hmm. And I guess it's somewhat informative, but it also feels kind of grisly. Feels kind of like morbidly curious. But if you've seen any of the photos on social media of these towns, they're like, these towns aren't there anymore.
Yeah, they're leveled.
Is there city insurance? Like if your whole city gets demolished?
No, I think people have individual homeowners insurance. But again, I don't know.
Why would you want to be in a city that's no longer there?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a tornado in person? Like
my mom was in a tornado when she was a teenager. Really? Yeah, she was at a drive-in movie theater in Illinois. And drive-ins used to have, remember the movie Twister? They used to have these bomb shelters under drive-in movie screens where people would go in case of a tornado or something. And so my mom was at a drive-in movie theater in high school when a tornado was on its way, and they had to get under the screen. There was like this concrete shelter or something.
Because I never
freaked her out.
On TV, they make it seem like a tornado, like one person just gets sucked up into the tornado and then that's it. But I'm thinking a whole tornado can be over like an entire city, right? You could be in the eye of the storm.
Well, I don't know that
hurricane.
I don't know that they're that wide. Tornadoes are not that wide.
Okay, that's what I'm confused because I never seen one up close, nor do I want to.
But they can really. It's not like they go in a straight line, So you'll see like a house that's untouched, and 3 houses next to it are completely demolished.
Yeah,
so.
flattened.
I would love to get sucked up, not by a tornado though. I would love to get sucked up.
When I was in
just not by a tornado. Got it.
Boy Scouts, we went to it was like summer camp, and it was Camp Manitowoc, and we like the first night we were there was a tornado that was coming through the area, and so they made us all go into like the mess hall and wait there for like the night, and it was like it came through, and it didn't. I mean, it was just like woods and stuff, but you heard it. So I didn't see one, but I could hear or tornado, and it does. When people go, it sounds like a train coming by. It's exactly what it sounds like.
Whoa,
freight train
it
coming
sounds
by.
like a train.
It sounds like a train is going by.
The town
Like, like everything's rattling and stuff is terrifying.
The town of Haiti, Missouri, had a bunch of cars on the highway getting blown around. They said that it might possibly break the record for the longest continuous tornado path. They said that it stayed on the ground for 227 miles.
That's insane.
Yeah, 200 of which were in Kentucky. So it basically hung around, had its way with Kentucky, and then went further north.
That is scary as hell. 200 straight miles.
Well, and people who study this stuff, meteorology professors, they're like, the weird thing about this is this was really like the kind of storm you would see in the late spring. You don't see these kinds of storms in the middle of December. And obviously everybody goes, to climate change and just more extreme weather. But over the course of the last 50 years, there's been a pretty strong increase in tornadoes in that part of the country.
Also, God's wrath.
God's wrath. Yep, I don't know how many homosexuals reside in those states. But
What'd you do, Kentucky? What have you been sinning?
Oh my God! Tornado! Tornado! I'm sure Mitch McConnell will get them, fix them up right away.
EF stands for Enhanced Fujita Scale.
Oh,
fajitas?
All right. Enhanced Fajita Scale.
That's how many fajitas it can blow over.
Real spicy.
Oh my God, this tornado blew over my entire sizzling platter.
Yeah.
EF5 is the worst, being told. Al and I work at Amazon. We use our phones to scan our pallets. Okay, again, I don't know anything about it other than what I read, but there were some people that were like, yeah, we can't have our phones. And then obviously they reach out to Amazon corporate for comment, and they go, people can have their phones. So clearly somebody is, I don't know if policies are different depending on where people are, but Mayfield, Kentucky is being compared to Xenia, Ohio. They had a huge tornado, right? Xenia, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's that's by Dayton.
Yeah, I thought they...
Oh, that was that one that blew through not long ago, right?
What's that tornado? Wasn't Xenia also...
Oh, 1974. I thought there was some huge... No, I thought there was something huge that went through Dayton a few years ago, but unfortunately, I think I'm thinking of the shooting.
Yeah.
I can't keep my disasters
And then
straight.
was it Zanesville where they had all the animals get loose?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
April 3rd, 1974, Xenia, Ohio was leveled by an F5 tornado. Yeah, okay.
Damn.
So there you go. So, yeah.
Well, I don't think you can compare a shooting and a tornado in the same breath.
No,
one's
I couldn't.
A tragedy, one's a disaster.
I couldn't. Well, they're both tragedies. I mean,
tragedies.
one's man-made, and the other one, I guess, is long-term man-made. But I couldn't keep them straight. I knew something awful had happened in Dayton, and I was initially thinking a tornado, but it turned out to be shooting. So, largest tornado was 2.6 miles wide in Oklahoma just a few years ago. Think about that. Get in your car and drive almost 3 miles and then consider that the width of a tornado.
That's so nuts.
Jesus Christ.
It's bigger than the one in Twister.
Right.
The big one at the end.
Right. Now, of course, if you pay attention to noted meteorologist Alexander Jones, he will tell you that, of course, this is the fault of the Biden administration because they're manipulating the weather.
Those weather machines.
Those weather machines, between that and the Jewish space lasers, I don't know what the hell's going on up there. Nevertheless, I'm worried. Lorain, Ohio was leveled by a tornado in 1924. All right.
Is your mother? Like it's leveled.
It still looks like it's leveled? Damn, they had a hard time building back.
Is my mom what?
Your mom is from Lorain or no?
No, my mom is from Elyria.
She's from Elyria. Is that next door?
Yeah, I mean, it's all Lorain.
She's from the area, though, right?
Yeah, she's from the area.
Yeah.
We live, born and raised in Elyria. Then when she had kids, Oberlin. And then Oberlin was too expensive for one little lady, so she moved to Lorain when I went to college.
Okay.
She wanted me to go to Oberlin schools.
I met some nice lesbians from Oberlin last night.
Is there really any other kind?
I was going to say, it's kind of hard not to meet nice lesbians.
Yeah, that's what they said. They're like, this is where all, like, I was like, oh, the guy that's the phone screener on the radio show I work on is from Oberlin. And she's like, oh, well, Oberlin's a nice place if you're an older lesbian.
Is that because they just go to school there and don't leave? Or
Well,
yeah, I think so.
Oberlin College was like the first school to open up to all ages, all sexes and all gender, or all sexes.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
All races and all sexual orientation.
Huh.
And so it was like notorious for lesbians.
Are they called Ober lesbians?
No.
Oh.
I think they're the yeomen.
The what?
Yeomen.
The yeomen?
I guess.
That's a weird for lesbians?
No, they're sports team.
Oh, okay. I thought yeomen were like servants in medieval England or something.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeoman purser is a military rank, isn't it? Okay, well, good. So you met some Ober lesbians, and they were nice. And,
They're very nice. Yeah.
Did they have hairy legs and hairy armpits or no?
Yeah, I checked their hairy legs and hairy armpits.
I don't know. Sometimes
in December. I was like, I hate to ask you this, but I need the visual confirmation on the hairiness of your legs and armpits.
Ladies,
no,
not to put too fine a point on it, could you both raise your arms in the air?
We're walking to our cars.
And it's not like they're working outside. It's not like they're wearing tank tops.
Okay,
it's not June.
It's Oberlin College, man. You don't know what you might see. The first time I ever saw a
But even if I did, who cares?
Okay, I just asked. It was observation. It wasn't judgy.
Sounds judgy.
I lived there. I can judge all I want to.
Because you lived there, you can judge?
I make observations. It's the first time I ever saw a woman with hairy legs. I support her.
But how do you know she was a lesbian? She might have been a straight girl that liked to not shave her legs.
She was a lesbian.
Shaving her legs is a pain in the ass.
She was a lesbian. She was openly a lesbian.
Oh.
And she had hairy armpits and hairy legs. And her friend was also a lesbian, white woman with dreads and salad in her hair. So it was fine.
That's not a good look.
They do that now, don't they? What? Call themselves lesbos.
I support their rights. I just was curious.
Xenia, Ohio, people are telling me was that where the movie Gummo was set. That tracks. Remember the kid eating spaghetti in the bathtub?
Oh, I never saw that.
Oh, God. Stay away. I've got to take a break. If you want to get a text for anything, do that. 35192, and we'll be back.
Is there